Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the cast covering the greatest collection of B through Z movies found anywhere on the internet.
Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. You forgot your catchphrase.
I forgot that part. Should I run it back?
No, man.
Like Jey Uso runs back his yeeting. You know, so.
I did the run it back gesture, just so you guys know. We're rolling with it, man.
So this is episode 11.
11. Who's the best number 11 in sports history?
Isaiah Thomas.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Down the
Tubi.
I go by the name Daryl.
Chuck.
And today we've got something to talk about. We've actually got a little bit of a sponsor thing going on right now. It's pretty cool.
From now until forever, Down the Tubi is officially brought to you by Love More Coffee Company. LGBT inclusive coffee based in our home turf of
Atlanta
County. Yep. Supporting LGBTQIA plus charities, organizations, and initiatives. Go to lovemorecoffeecompany.com, type in DTT10 at checkout, get 10% off your first order. Tell them we sent you. And if you leave a 5-star review on any podcasting platform for us, as we do not have any written 5-star reviews yet, that's the thing. You can't just rate us. You have to write something. The first person who writes something and gives us 5 stars, we will get your address and send you some Love More Coffee swag, and we will let you pick a movie that we cover on a future episode of the podcast. It is possible that we extend this offer to more than one person, but as of right now, it is just one person, so...
Well, if you mention us by name in your written review, you can pick the movie. But you got to mention us by name.
What, you got to say...
Yeah.
What, Chuck and Daryl?
You got to say something. Yeah, we need something like that.
What, you want to make sure it's not a robo review?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
There we go.
Because we don't have one of those little verification boxes that they can check.
So the gauntlet's been laid down.
There it is.
And if you pick a movie, go easy on us.
Please.
Or don't. You know what?
Does the movie they pick have to be on Tubi?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Gotta keep in format.
Right. So, I mean, if they're listening to this, they should have Tubi. So,
I mean, it's easy enough to get Tubi. Did you see I played somebody out on Instagram who was complaining about there were too many ads on Tubi? Yeah. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. It's free.
Right. Like, you have a fucking collection of films like at your disposal for free. Like, take the 30-second ads.
Yeah, I mean, so she was like, it's just like every other streamer now. It's like, no, it's not. It's free.
Yeah.
Not only are the other ones not free, they raise their prices every 6 months.
Right. And what are you raising free to?
Get at us, Tubi. I will stand for you all day, every day.
There we go.
Let's get involved.
We'll die for Tubi.
Fuck yeah. I don't know if I die for you, but I die for Tubi. What are we talking about this week?
Today we're talking about Sandra Bullock's 1995 thriller, I guess.
That's fair.
I guess.
The Net, which is no longer on Tubi, but will be there again eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah, and we're also talking about, on the other side of things, 1999's sci-fi simulation, sci-fi noir.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe
sci-fi noir. This came out around the same time.
13th Floor.
There we go. 13th Floor came out around the same time as Dark City. The Matrix has a lot of the same similar themes.
That one is still available on Tubi.
Yes.
Look, we do our best to still have all movies available at time of recording, but sometimes we can't control the comings and goings. So if you really want to watch Sandra, you got to pony up $4. I don't think it's streaming, or go to the dark web like my man here does.
Oh,
I don't think it's streaming anywhere free right now.
And right in the middle of those, as always, is the latest episode that we're covering of the Tubi original series, brought to you by Big Ja,
the Lesbian Homie. And guess what? Season 5 coming soon. So we got a lot more to go.
We're extending our residency.
Yeah, baby. So we're talking about The Net first?
Sure, why not?
The Net came out in 1995. The Net stars Sandra Bullock, Jeremy Northam, and Dennis Miller. It's directed by Irwin Winkler. Irwin Winkler is more known as a producer. He produced Rocky.
No relation to Henry Winkler.
I don't think so.
Hey.
Rocky, Raging Bull, The Right Stuff, and Goodfellas. So he certainly got an impressive resume as a producer. Not so much as a director. He directed about a half dozen movies, including this and At First Sight, the movie where Val Kilmer gets an eye implant.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, man, great unintentional comedy.
Is that on Tubi?
I don't know.
I'm checking now.
Okay. 1995, Sandra Bullock was, I believe Speed was 1994, so this was when Sandra was really just on the come up.
Yeah, this was right before Cruise Control.
Oh. Is that on Tubi?
Should be.
So we get a cold open. There's an old guy on a cell phone, some kind of politician. He seems to be in some shit. He talks to his kid. At that point, I wrote, I think this dude is doomed. And sure enough, he goes out to a park and pulls out a gun and duffs himself out. At
First Sight is on Tubi.
Oh, fuck.
But there's a weird title card. Like, we get the cool lettering where it says The Net, and then they put The Net right on top of that, like in a caption.
Now, was that before or after the suicide?
Before the suicide.
Okay.
Yeah, before the suicide. Super whack.
The credits show us that Dennis Miller's in an acting role, like I said, which was not something.
He's not acting.
I guess we'll get to that later. So we get our first look at Sandra at this point. We zoom in through the skylight of her house, which made me think about what a status symbol what a flex skylights were in the 1990s. She's at her computer playing Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. I was like, wait, is that Doom? Is that Marathon?
No, it's Nazis, dude. That's Wolfenstein. Yeah, right, I clocked it immediately.
Nice.
So let's get this out of the way here.
You know what side of history Angela Bennett's on.
Angela Bennett, that's her name.
That's her name.
So I'd like to get my main sort of contention with this movie out of the way here, because it's something that's going to come up again and again.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock, kind of like, a regular white woman, but very attractive in 1995, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So immediately here, as I get to know this character, and I did see this movie when I was younger, I didn't really remember it. My main thing that I kept coming back to here is this woman is supposed to be like a socially awkward, shut-in computer nerd. And she's really fucking hot.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know that, despite her best efforts, that I ever really buy Sandra Bullock in this part, just because of that.
No, and even the guys, the keyboard Casanovas that she's dealing with in the chat rooms and shit.
Oh, we're about to get to that.
Oh, man, she needs nigga repellent. I mean, they're all over her. Like, they're trying to take her to dinner through the internet.
Oh, God,
all types of stuff. And she's like, nah, let me just get a garlic and anchovies pizza.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get to that.
Yeah.
She's beta testing Wolfenstein. She's in a chat room. The guy she's talking to about the game shoots his shot. And she's like, no, I have to stay here and order a pizza because she's mid-90s Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
And then she goes to pizza.net. I didn't mean to research whether this was ever a real thing at any point.
We had a computer in front of us. Let's check.
So she goes to pizza.net. She gets an anchovy pizza.
Nope, doesn't exist.
And then she chases that down with an entire glass goblet of M&Ms.
It's just chilling there.
Yeah, she's having a real party. And she goes to fix herself a drink, and I wrote, what the hell is she drinking? That does get explained later. Sandra's going through it, man.
Yeah.
And then she goes in a chat room, and continuing from Fled, I don't remember the internet ever looking like this. Like being in a chat room where everybody has their little personal avatar.
Well, she's in the dark web, man.
Oh,
she's a hacker.
So when I was 12, fucking around on Prodigy or whatever, this was was not what was going on.
Fucking up the computer.
She's talking to a guy named Iceman who says that the net is the ultimate condom, which
I was like, whew. Man.
True, I guess. Oh, and the other thing was, I also don't remember any chat rooms in those days where people's messages were read in like a Stephen Hawking voice.
Yeah, no, that the
net
exist.
Is the ultimate condom.
Yeah, that didn't exist.
She's speaking. Another guy in the chat room is named Cyber Bob. And go ahead.
Oh, did you mention the 16-bit fireplace screensaver?
Oh, no, shit.
Because that shit was crazy. I said, oh, man. She changed it because it was something else at first.
Yeah, she's got a fireplace screensaver on the old PC.
Yeah, 16 bits. I was like,
it's a weird scene going on at Angela's house. So Cyber Bob also shoots his shot, and he says, and I quote, "Let's have a date and procreate."
That's wild.
Men on the internet have not changed much. Okay, here's another question. in the chat room when she's speaking with the fucking internet weirdos, she says "our" and she spells it R, just the letter. Is that a thing anymore, or does that date this right to the 90s?
No, people still do that.
Really?
Yeah. They'll just put the R, or people still do the U.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, I feel like I haven't seen R spelled like R in a while.
Oh yeah, and it's a capital R too.
She was serious. Yeah. She does a long, weird kind of monologue about her perfect man.
Oh yeah,
there's
her Jack Ryan type by way of E.L. James fan fiction.
Did she say Jack Ryan?
No, but that's basically what she described.
See, the thing I wrote down is she says, I was going to say, I didn't think Jack Ryan was the thing.
Because she says Captain America.
Captain America meets Albert Schweitzer, who was a German, I guess, he wore a lot of hats. I mean, they call it... the internet calls him a polymath, an individual whose knowledge spans many different subjects. He was a theologian, organist, musicologist, writer, humanitarian, philosopher, and physician. And, that's just I mean, I guess it tracks that's a reference that Angela Bennett would make.
Yeah.
But it's another point where I'm like,
Sandra Bullock wouldn't say that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to say that Sandra Bullock is not a bright person. It's just, I just don't think that she was. Here's an exercise, and you can think about this as we're chatting. Who would you have cast in 1995 as Angela Bennett?
Ooh.
I'm going to have to mull that over.
In 1995?
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
So, the next scene, Angela is at an old folks' home visiting her mother who has dementia and is playing Chopin on a piano.
Yeah, I don't like the way she was treating her mother.
No, why?
Because her mother clearly has Alzheimer's.
Yeah, dementia, Alzheimer's is one of those things.
Doesn't know who she is. Mm-hmm. But, like, for me, you don't play in the middle when it comes to that shit. You either go all the way and buy into... This person doesn't know who I am, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm not who I know I am for their sake. Or I'm going to sit down and I'm going to explain, do 50 first dates. I'm not going to play in the middle where it's like, I'm just going to casually say,
so you think she
Mom,
was only halfway indulging her, and she should either indulge her or not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is bullshit.
See, that didn't occur to me. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I did like that she wanted to play piano together with her, so they kind of get like a full-fledged all-in-the-family type deal going on.
I'm with
Those were the days. She goes home. Oh, yeah, and she mentions that she's going on vacation to the Yucatan, which, like, when it turns out she goes on vacation, she's in, like, Cozumel on a beach, and that was a very strange way to say that.
Yeah, but Angela Bennett would say that.
Yeah, okay.
Sandra Bullock would not.
Okay, and then she goes home, she buys her airplane ticket online, which I didn't know was something
They weren't doing that back then.
Especially, like, a day. She's leaving, like, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. There was no fucking way.
Yeah.
95?
Yeah.
No.
And look, these are just assumptions I'm making, but I feel like one thing that movies about the internet in the mid-90s got wrong was like, I mean, obviously it understood where the internet was going, because this is obviously shit you can all do online now, but I feel like it made assumptions that the internet could do things at that moment that it couldn't. And, maybe somebody's listening that was fucking buying their plane tickets online in 1995 and can set me straight. But, this is just my semi-uninformed opinion. Yeah. I'm just a small-town bird lawyer. So, she's got a virus guy named Dale who sends her a disc via FedEx advertising a car. She likes to collect computer viruses. So this coworker of hers, when he gets a good one, he puts it on. We should mention also that Angela works for a company, but basically telecommutes. So nobody at the office knows what she looks like, which becomes an important plot point later.
Yeah.
So she puts this floppy disk in the drive, and it's. It took me a while to figure out what the fuck this was, but it's supposed to be a website advertising a band, right?
Yes.
Called Mozart's Ghost.
Yeah.
So then it goes from there to like some kind. Okay, so there's a pi symbol, right?
Right
on the corner of the website,
lower right hand side,
and she clicks on it and she goes to like some weird other website, right?
Yeah.
At that point, I think I lost the plot. Like, I didn't quite understand why this was such a huge issue.
Yeah, because at that point, it's not an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, nothing alarming had happened yet.
Yeah, I guess ultimately the implication is this can be used to backdoor sensitive things, but it's explained in kind of not at all, and then eventually in kind of a clunky way. By the way, the Sixers are down by almost 20. Yeah, so Dale says this is really big, and I'm going to fly down on my private plane and talk about it.
On my Cessna.
Yeah. And I wrote, I feel like he might not make it, and my next note after that is, yep, bye, Dale.
Well, when he did that, when he said that, I was like, oh, he's getting promoted to Gooner #1. It's like, he's the one that's going to put up an effort to just go pull up on her.
Yeah, that's true.
I was like, yeah, man, he's the head Gooner now.
Oh, you think Dale was kind of shooting his shot in addition to wanting to talk about Mozart's Ghost?
What time you leave tomorrow? We'll meet up for breakfast. I'll fly my Cessna. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think the end goal there was like, yo,
he's beat off to Angela's voice before.
You don't have to fly commercial. I got a plane. I'll take us down to Cozumel. You think that's what Dale was angling for?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
That didn't even occur to me. Huh.
Yeah, man, he's trying to get some buns, man. Everybody's trying to fuck Angela in this movie.
I mean, rightfully, she was hot. Rightfully so.
She was.
So she talks to her boss. She didn't realize that Dale died, and he tells her, and for some reason, I know it's terrible, but while choking up, he goes, "Try to have a good vacation." I don't know why that made me laugh. So
this is fucking hilarious.
So, despite her boy dying, she's still trying to go down to Mexico. She goes to the airport in Blossom's giant wide brim hat.
Yeah.
No flights are getting out. The news says that the secretary of whatever the fuck that killed himself in the beginning had AIDS.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so she gets there eventually.
Now this is what fucked me up.
Okay.
Because we find out my man had AIDS. Then we go back to the beginning. Now I'm thinking back at the beginning of the movie. He took that news pretty calmly. You know, now to me,
he didn't seem surprised.
Right, you know, so I'm like, AIDS is something you either know or you pretty much know whether there's a possibility you have it or not. And he was just like,
you're right.
This isn't an error.
That news clearly didn't come out of nowhere.
No,
that's a good point.
Like, fuck it, and then calmly offs himself.
What, he's sharing needles, Mr. Secretary?
Yeah,
what
right?
the fuck?
What's he doing?
So she does get to Mexico despite the mix-ups at the airport. Yeah, and so here's my next note.
And there's another gooner at the airport watching her.
Oh, that's right.
Gooners everywhere.
What a term. Okay, so she's on the beach, and I wrote, I'm once again struck that they cast such a beautiful woman to play a socially awkward computer nerd, because at that point she's in a bathing suit.
Books and buns out on the beach.
So she asked for a Gibson, which clarifies what she was drinking. It's a martini with a mini onion instead of an olive.
Well, Jack ordered the Gibson first.
Okay, so we're going to get there. So there's a sketchy British guy on the beach that orders a Gibson. His name's Jack Devlin. They both have ridiculous big brick laptop computers on the beach. And
95.
So he's giving dime store James Bond.
Yes, they had the Zach Morris laptops. That's what those were.
He's a handsome guy. He's got a thick British accent. I'm like, why? If Pierce wasn't around, maybe he would have been in the Bond mix. I don't know.
No.
He referenced, and I didn't remember what was going on here, but he goes, his favorite movie is Breakfast at Tiffany's. And I was like, he's clearly a sketchy dude that's researched her, because no man's favorite movie is Breakfast at Tiffany's.
And that gets her on the boat and out to dinner with him.
Well, yeah, so he invites her to dinner, and somehow that turns into, let's go into the middle of the ocean on a yacht.
Yeah, I was like, how
it's not just a boat, that's a yacht.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Glad they make it back for dinner. And at that point, I wrote, this is really dull so far, because we're like, I don't remember, 25, 30 minutes into this, and really not much has happened.
Nothing.
So after dinner, they're walking on the beach, and she's totally ready to throw it at this dude.
Absolutely. And she's cold, but this motherfucker takes off his cummerbund.
That is the funniest shit ever.
I was like, what?
She's wearing a halter top. She says, I'm cold, and he had like a scarf or some shit.
His cummerbund.
Was it really a cummerbund?
Yeah, took it off and put it on her.
No, I thought it was something he had around his neck.
Nah, he wasn't that nice.
Either way, he ties something around her bare stomach, and that's a weird fucking move.
I'm like, bro.
Yep.
Kept his jacket on. I was like,
did he have a jacket on?
Had a jacket on.
Oh, man, I didn't even catch it. That makes it even weirder.
Dude's a douchebag.
What a fucking...
How do you expect to get buns acting like that? But then he does.
He sure does. I wrote, is something exciting going to happen at some point? And it turns out he smokes the cigarette she used to smoke. More research. Yeah, they're really like... and so a guy snatches her purse, and before Jack even goes running after her, I wrote, there's a clearly staged purse snatching. Jack is trying to get to the disc. That's why he staged that.
Yeah.
And he shoots him, and before he shoots him, he calls him a midget, which seems unnecessary. Like, why you got to height shame the man before you blow him away? Now, let me ask you this, because after watching these two movies, it occurred to me that this might be the first double feature we've had that didn't have a slur in it. But do we count midget?
For the record, yeah, we count midget.
Okay.
Midget.
Oh, shit. So I didn't time code it.
Neither did I. Yeah, we count. We got to count midget.
So... He goes, we need something like we won't get satellite or whatever or radio reception here. So he goes, we got to go out on my fucking yacht to the middle of the ocean so we can call in that you got your purse snatched.
We'll get better reception out there.
She's overly trusting, because that's a weird fucking premise.
I'm like, aren't you a bright woman?
So he. I wrote, she's clearly trying to smash on the water, and my thought here is, won't she find, if they're fucking, won't she find the blicky that he's got stashed in the jacket?
I thought about that too.
Yeah. He's got a by the way, if you're an assassin, why would you never, ever not silence your gun? I feel like the silencer is just the move, but that's neither here nor there. Also, as this movie bores out, this man is a terrible fucking assassin, but we'll get to that.
Right.
So
I've got reasons. I got thoughts on why he's incompetent. But
please.
We'll get into it.
She mentions that she hasn't boned since 1933 with her shrink.
That's crazy.
So
wait till you find out who the shrink is.
Yeah. So after boning, and she's naked on the deck of the boat, wearing a blanket, of course.
Oh, the post-sex cuddle sesh?
Yeah, she does finally find the gun, and I wrote, I still think she should have found it in the build-up. Yeah. Like, that's a big bulge for my man to have when you're getting intimate. At that point, please.
But right before that, he learns of her loneliness and her struggles with her mother's Alzheimer's. And this is when I guess he gets conflicted over taking her out. Because once that happens, and then he comes back with the drinks, and she's like, "Who are you?" That's when he like goes off and starts like reciting everything that she was telling the gooners in the chat room in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. So he does say a couple of times as the movie goes on that he actually has feelings for her. Do you feel like we're being made to believe that that's true? I figured he was just bullshit.
I thought he was just bullshitting at first, but like he does so much shit throughout this film where it's like the power of the P-U-S-S-Y. Like it's got him. Like he's
cunt struck, as they say.
Yes, cunt struck. I've never heard that.
Well,
that's incredible.
Merry Christmas.
That's incredible.
So she, at this point, I guess she hits him with something. How does she get him down at that point? She immobilizes him somehow.
It's something. The fire extinguishers later.
Yeah, because and then at that point she's going to look for his keys, and I thought she's looking in like drawers and stuff. I feel like she's looking in odd places for keys.
Yeah, she finds the disc.
And I wrote also she should probably toss bro overboard.
Would have been the first thing I've done.
Yeah,
especially since he was out for a while.
I think, does she find the keys? Because at that point I'm like, why did she give up on starting the boat?
That boat. Yeah.
Like she just abandons the notion of trying to get the boat going really quickly.
And then goes for the inflatable speedboat.
Yeah, the dinghy, the lifeboat, whatever you want to call it. She tries to get away on that. I think does he jump in the water after her? Either way,
he jumps in the water after her, in between the yacht and the dinghy. He goes down, she pulls off and crashes into the rock.
A very plastic-looking rock.
Yes.
And just fucks herself up big time.
Yeah, wakes up 3 days later in the hospital.
A very old-timey looking Catholic hospital.
Yeah.
Because there are nuns working.
Cosimo.
So at this point, she finds out the disc got fucked up because there was a fire somehow. I guess there was an engine on that boat, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But the doctor said the disc got fucked up by the sun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It melted in the sun. Yeah, it's all like withered.
Yeah.
she says, I gotta go. She checks herself out. She goes back to the hotel. And then at this point, it sort of starts to remind me of like a broke dick version of the game for a little while.
Okay. Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, there's something on TV about someone hacking Wall Street and fucking up stocks. That comes back later.
Giving this information in the back, yeah.
The hotel tells her she checks out. And so she checked out. She, Angela Bennett's not a guest here. She's gone.
Yeah.
So she's like trying to figure out what to do. She's at a payphone, yada, yada. And a woman goes, "You're Ruth Marks. I have this thing here where you can sign for a temporary visa." And like, she's like, well, she lost all her paperwork. She's like, well, I can't get home without this, right? So she does it. And it just, for somebody that's supposed to be brilliant when it comes to computers and stuff, she is not like...
Yeah, she can't just whip out a laptop and fix this shit.
Well, and also, like, her antenna doesn't go up. Like, why? Like, this seems very convenient.
Yeah, just approaching me at my time of distress. Yeah, it's odd.
So she gets back to the airport they're in LA, right?
San Francisco.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense. It appears someone took her whip from the parking lot and replaced it with an El Camino and a VW bus.
Crazy.
She takes a cab home. She finds out her house is for sale.
Which is nuts. She walks in, and then she finds some dude in the bathroom taking
a shit. The realtor is 100% dropping heat in that bathroom.
Like, it was like, she tried to creep out. He was like, whoa, I'll give you a tour.
She's like,
ignore this smell.
She's like, light a candle or something first, bro. What the...
My man's not fucking around.
I would love to know how many realtors, like in the middle of open houses, take a break to take a deuce.
I would.
Oh, that's funny. Somebody posed as her and put her house up for sale. I was confused. Like, wouldn't they have her fingerprints or something on?
Yeah.
I think that actually, I do think they say at some point that they hacked so far in that they were able to replace her fingerprints on file.
God.
But like, this seems like a lot.
Yeah.
She. At that point, she pulls out her phony visa like a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, Ruth Marks
just implicating herself really clearly in a crime. The cops come to try to sort it out. We see Devlin in a car giving Ruth Marks a nice long rap sheet.
He's out there fucking her life.
Yeah. She did drugs. She was a prostitute. This, that, and the other thing. At that point, she takes off with Jack and the cops in hot pursuit. She calls her job and gets through to fake Angela Bennett. Now, I believe eventually, as the movie goes on, you're led to believe that that's Ruth Marks.
That's the real
and they
Ruth
switch
Marks.
places. But what was the end game here? Like, weren't they going to kill Angela Bennett?
That was the plan.
So what the fuck? Like,
she was just going to quit the job one day, I guess?
Or is she just Angela Bennett in perpetuity?
Yeah.
Because they would have had to switch her fingerprints and like, isn't she?
Everything.
Did she just agree to just be a different person to like finish this scheme? Like a lot of these movies, it feels to me like there was a much simpler way to do what they're trying to do here.
Absolutely.
It seems overly complicated. Okay.
Fake Angela, tells real Angela, give us the disc and all will be made.
Okay,
right.
so my last question there was this the plan all along, or was this the audible once Devlin, the shitty assassin, failed to kill her?
No, the plan was to kill her.
Right, so this was plan B.
This is plan B.
And they're like, hey, Ruth, we got something we need you to do for us.
Yeah.
How do you like the name Angela? You think she's like out for cocktails with the other computer people, and she's like, well, my name's Angela, but my friends call me Ruth.
He said, hey, Ruth, let me pitch something to you.
Yeah. So for 48 minutes in, we get her... we get first Dennis Miller.
Hey, there we go.
He's playing a creepy therapist, and I have to say, like, he was married. We find out that when him and Angela used to smash, he was married, and being like a shitty gaslighting therapist like that, that seems like a Dennis Miller type role. And then I got really fucking depressed because I looked at Wikipedia and realized to myself that I, now sitting here talking to you, am about the same age that Dennis Miller was when he did this movie. Oh God, that sent me spiraling a little bit.
Goodness.
So she's like, and of course, we figure out the convenience of the plot. The reason that her mom is shown to have like, it can't remember anything is so we can drive home the point that nobody knows who the fuck is. Like, she's a hermit. Her mother can't remember anything. So there's nobody really in the world that can confirm that this is Angela Bennett, except for creepy-ass Dr. Champion.
Right, who's not taking her situation seriously at all.
Yeah,
He's just trying to get her tipsy and laid.
He immediately takes her to a hotel and tries to get it popping.
Right, he was like, hey, look at these little bottles I got here.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to understand that she is in immediate distress. So he's doing his little fucking like snarky Dennis Miller quips, like, this is whatever. But he does take a minute and try to psychoanalyze her. And he brings her some clothes from his, I believe now ex-wife Amy.
The girlfriend.
The girlfriend. And Amy had a thing for mom jeans. They're very high-waisted. It's funny too because she's kind of explaining what happened, and I thought it was funny about she basically got doxxed, and the idea of somebody being confused about what that is kind of funny and novel now. But I guess like I don't want to give the net too much credit for like being smart about anything, just like Fled.
Okay.
But like I guess it was kind of prescient about like the lack of privacy that we have now. Like, anybody can get into anybody's information now.
Yeah. She has a whole little tangent later on in the movie talking to that black lady where she goes in, and I'm like, damn, she's not wrong.
Yeah. Like I think I don't want to give it any credit for being intentional, but I think this movie did accidentally stumble into a little insight at different times.
Yeah. It's a backdoor cautionary tale.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. So very conveniently, Dr. Champion has a college buddy who's in the FBI now, and he says he's going to get in touch with him. So after he leaves, she's in the bathroom, and for some reason, she's only got one shoe on. I don't know. That was a weird random note. So the next morning, she's I believe on a balcony at the beachfront doing some hacking.
Yeah.
She grabbed an important password that she grabbed off Devlin that he just happened to be carrying around.
She got his wallet.
Yeah, I don't know why he would carry something that important around in his wallet. It's like a blackmail site that proves the secretary guy did not have AIDS.
Yep. Despite what he thought.
So, and it's just, this movie like choreographs everything so clearly. Dennis Miller goes to a pharmacy to pick up his pills, and I wrote, I have a feeling those aren't the right ones.
Yeah.
So she's still on her computer. She enters a private room. I did some less reputable shit in private chat rooms back in my day, but that's neither here nor there.
Don't implicate yourself.
Yeah, right. Holy shit, we're old. So she goes into a chat room with Private Bob. He kind of gives an info dump about the pi symbol on the disc. It's
the Praetorians.
The Praetorians, a group of notorious hackers. And you would think I'm just putting this together now, but you would think as someone that's so versed in that world, she would know about the Praetorians.
You would think, yeah.
And
she's
also
in like the dark web, like on a daily.
Bob wants to meet IRL, which Sandra helpfully reminds us stands for in real life. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. They're going to meet up at the legendary Santa Monica Pier, but Devlin traced her. So I'm like, maybe he finally won't be incompetent and he'll handle his business properly.
Yeah. But he goes to see Bob first.
Oh, he sure did. Poor Cyber Bob. He was really just trying to get some buns. That was really his only crime.
That's it. Any man's interactions with Angela in this movie is for buns.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, I think maybe there are people that the people that were trying to get her to beta test their games were relying on, but they look for buns afterwards.
They wanted the buns.
I mean, those dudes have not been around a woman that looks like Sandra Bullock at any point in their lives,
and they don't even know what she looks like.
No, they're like, oh, you got a nice. So back at the hotel room, we get a nice "Who's on the phone?"
That was the Burnell.
Oh shit, yeah, it was. Shout out. That's a joke that the two of us and maybe one person listening will get. We get a Who's on the Phone horror movie beat. Dr. Allen, the douchebag, shows up with Chinese food.
Yeah.
He goes, we really like Chinese food. She goes, no, I didn't, because he's a fucking turd who never paid attention to her.
What an asshole.
So, I mean,
so Dennis
Miller. It sure seems like Allen's whole thing in this is being a creepy tryhard. But he does point out the absurdity that she's planning to go and meet someone named Cyber Bob.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at that point we find out that that Devlin got to Cyber Bob first, so he finally does something he's setting out to do properly.
Yep.
We get another info dump from Angela, including what happened when she typed in Devlin's. Did you catch what she called this?
No.
She goes, "It's an internet number."
That's what she said?
Yeah, that's not a real term.
Wow. Definitely not a real term.
So they gave him pills that he was allergic to, which is diabolical. You would think a guy that needs pills to survive would have paid attention to that they weren't the shape of the pills that. Like I don't think it, I don't think it's it's likely that the pills he was allergic to happen to look exactly the same as the ones he needed to live.
Right.
But
the ones he's needed that he's probably been taking for years.
Yeah. Like whatever. He gets sick. He has to go to the hospital. He's alive, but I said hopefully he's knocked out of the movie for the time being. Angela goes to visit him in the hospital. He's still hitting on her from bed. He makes a sponge bath joke.
Bro.
Fucking creep. And then, all right, so let's discuss this because this is fucking weird. There is, at best, zero, at worst, negative sexual chemistry between these two.
Oh, yeah.
And at that point, she gives him a kiss and starts laying and cuddling with him in bed. Like, I'm sorry, like this is going to be a thing. Like that should not have been in the movie.
No.
She should have gone, "I'm really sorry, you're a good friend. I'm sorry I got you into this." But like the fact that she went from him being like, "Oh, so you want to eat some Chinese food and fuck?" to her being like,
You sound like Groucho Marx.
I'll work on my Dennis Miller for whenever we do Bordello of Blood.
Oh, great. Oh, man. Bordello of Blood. I'm with it.
But yeah, that was just so was not earned at all.
It was like, "Come here, I gotta tell you something."
I mean, look, as someone who thinks about movies in kind of a nerdy way, I understand why that was there. It was supposed to give it some emotional stakes, but it does not work, and it feels out of nowhere.
And then she tells him, what is he like? He was like, "I've been waiting to do that since yesterday." And she was like, "Get better and maybe I'll let you do it again."
Yeah!
I was like, why are you gaslighting this man? You don't want his dick. Stop. Like, come on.
Yeah, he in an alternate timeline where what happens now doesn't happen. He shows up to the hotel and like, "Hey, so Angela, I heard, how you doing?"
I'm better, and look at what else is better.
He throws in like a vintage, like weird Dennis Miller reference, and like, "Nobody's been this horny since King Tutankhamun" or some shit. So we go to the pier. I'm unclear about why Cyber Bob decided why they need to meet in the first place. Dr. Champion's IV bag gets changed. That seems bad.
Yeah.
Also, it's a weird fucking hospital room because there's no fluorescent light in it. Devlin ambushes her at the pier.
Well, before that happens, a fucking character almost assaults her.
That's right.
Yeah, because the character's horny for her too.
Everybody's trying to shoot their shot with Angela in this movie.
It's crazy.
He explains what
she's the only one that doesn't know she's Sandra Bullock.
See, this is why I try to write detailed notes, but he gives kind of an explanation about this Praetorians' mission statement, and I wrote, maybe the Praetorians have some good ideas. I feel like it was about like eliminating.
They accepting applications.
Yeah. Get at me. So she gets away due to a mishap with some kind of like costumed mascot.
Yeah, that's sexually assaulting people out there.
Yeah, I was like, is this supposed to be a comedy at times? There's a big pursuit around the pier, including on a merry-go-round, which made me kind of dizzy.
Circus music starts playing.
She gets back to the hospital just in time to see Dr. Allen flatline.
I wrote that. Just to see Dennis die.
Yeah, really good timing.
Then she smashes the computer at the receptionist.
Oh, I'm gonna get to that. Yeah. They changed his medical records. Could hackers really do that in 1995?
I was wondering.
Yeah, she smashes a computer. That couldn't have been cheap.
Yeah.
And then she steals Dr. Allen's car and heads up the PCH.
I was like, she takes his car because he's not going to need it.
Well, so hunky-ass Devlin calls her and kicks some game, and in the same breath threatens her mother.
Yeah.
She gets pulled over by a cop, and at that point I wrote, she probably should have thought ahead and not taken that car.
I said, this shit turned into the fugitive.
Take the bus. Come on, think about it for a second. Yeah. She pulls into an embankment. The cop grabs her. I don't know. I just thought that was a funny thing. The cop reads her Miranda rights, and he's using a card. You would think he's reading them all. Yeah, you would think part of the job would be to memorize that.
That's like a day one thing.
So now she's in jail. She's assigned a public defender. She's trying to explain what happened. And once again, it's interesting. Like, she's explaining something that I'm sure happens quite a lot now. Yeah. And it's just interesting what, like, a far-off fantasy identity theft felt like 30 years ago.
Because the public defender is like, yo, bitch, you're drunk. You're crazy. Like, none of that can happen. We use Gatekeeper's software.
Yeah. So then finally we kind of, get to the point where it's clear that this guy Gatekeeper the guy from Gatekeeper has some kind of master plan, Gatekeeper Security, that makes internet security
for the government and everybody.
I wrote that she's babbling on about the Praetorians, and like, it's great that she wants to tell the truth, but it's like the umpteenth instance where I'm like, Angela's not a smart person, because if she was smart, she would understand what a fucking lunatic this makes her sound like. Yeah. Like,
I'm not gotta switch up the way you're trying to deliver this information.
I'm not saying be like, oh yeah, I'm Ruth Marks, I did all this shit, but like, play it a little closer to your vest.
Yeah.
A man purporting to be Alan's FBI friend shows up at just the right time to get her out.
Angela, what happened to the disc that you destroyed in Mexico?
Yeah, I immediately wrote, I think this dude is lying and pumping her for info. Yeah. And finally, she's smart enough to grasp that pretty quickly, that he's not on the level.
Tries to swerve the car.
Yeah, so he gets out. She gets out of the car and jumps across an opening bridge that's opening to get away from her.
That was like a 5-foot jump.
And he jams the brakes. And I wrote, she made it across the opening bridge on foot, but he couldn't gun his car across. Pussy.
Right? Like, facts. What
yeah, fucking jam the gas, dude.
Come on now. Because she looks down and then she goes, huh. And I was like, what?
Nobody in this movie is really dedicated to their crime. They're all really bad at it.
All half-stepping.
She takes a shower in a hotel room. I have no earthly idea how she got that hotel room. Was it like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, where she's like, I have $20 and a hell of a nice watch. She just started bartering.
That's it.
So
Oregon Trail.
Mr. Greg is the name of the Gatekeeper security guy. Yeah. I guess. So you can tell me like what you make of his master plan, but I guess he's just using hackers to make everyone think they need his security system.
Is that what it is?
And then when he installs it, that gives him access to their systems, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, with that, we probably gave that more thought right now than the writers did. Yeah. But yeah, Angela / Ruth is now wanted in connection with a murder. So she appears to have hitches a ride with a truck driver to the office. She gets
Cathedral.
She gets to her work computer, and the Mozart's Ghost website is just pulled up. I don't think that's how things work.
Necessary.
Fake Angela's in the secret Praetorian chat room. None of the other employees are suspicious. Who's
this bitch we never seen
exactly?
Who's this?
Hey, I'm Angela, and I'm just working from the office now. Everybody in this movie is just aggressively stupid.
Yeah, no badge or nothing. She's just walking around.
And she gets a look at her. I don't know if you caught this. She gets a look at Ruth Marks's criminal record, and it's like this, that, fucking the other thing is like, family's been on welfare since.
I saw that.
Would that really be in your criminal record?
It wouldn't.
Yeah,
it wouldn't. It has nothing to do with
overly detailed.
Yeah.
Angela finally catches up with
Devlin was writing fan fiction and shit.
Yeah. Like, 5'10".
This is the screenplay I always wanted to write.
Angela is 10 steps behind all of us. She figures out Greg is behind all of this. She pulls the fire alarm to get out, right?
Yep. She
happens to find an ill-fitting fireman uniform that she's
chilling there.
Yeah, that's just sitting there. She's able to put that on and get out. And this is a point I've been hammering home, but I wrote once again, this is a stunningly inept criminal conspiracy. Like, they're very bad at this. Yeah. And then, all right, you tell me what you make of this. She gets outside her office building, and there's some kind of like candlelight vigil going on.
Yes.
Why wasn't that explained? Did I miss a line of dialogue explaining what the fuck that was?
Just happening. Then she does a shit job of getting away.
Yeah, and then there happens to be some kind of tech convention within walking distance that she heads to.
She ran into the Moscone Center.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
So she goes and she goes to put she finds a computer. She goes to put the Mozart's ghost disc in.
A cathedral.
Accidentally puts it in upside down, and I kind of wondered if that was a mistake they tried to leave in. They decided to leave that in. Like that's whatever.
It's 95. They forgot how floppy disk works.
So she kind of thinks one step ahead of Devlin because Devlin's a fucking idiot too.
Yeah.
And he finds her. He finds the computer. He clicks. He goes. Well, let's take care of that or whatever. And he clicks it, and she goes.
All I have to do is press the escape key, and it's all gone.
Yeah, and she tricks him into that plants a virus in Gatekeeper. Then there's a chase through a stunningly unexciting finale. A chase through like really dimly lit corridors that you can't really see.
Angela.
Yeah,
Blah.
Devlin's shooting, and then he murks fake Angela by accident.
Why didn't fake Angela say, "Nigga, I'm not Angela"?
Yeah, are you confused?
You know.
So we get a finale. The finale is a news guy who actually happens to be the news guy from the game as well.
Yeah,
kind of finish.
Oh, did we skip her cracking him with the fire extinguisher?
Yeah, she gets the best of him. Right, I mean, if there's any details you want to point out, that's cool. But
he just fell down.
I'm ready to get. I'm ready to finish this up.
He's not in the Net 2.0.
There is a sequel.
Yeah, and it's on Tubi.
Oh well, all right. Well, let's get that list. So the news guy explains the plot of the movie, gets caught up. Angela's hanging out with her mother, and credits.
Yeah, that's it.
That's really about it.
That's the Net.
Pretty successful movie for being like not that good, in my opinion. It's made $110 million at the box office.
Wow.
I've seen
a budget of what?
22.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So my final thought on this is I've seen worse movies, but it's not very good.
No, I've definitely seen worse. I don't think anyone else needs to see this.
Yeah.
Sandra Bullock is 95 hot.
Yeah, and she's good, and it's a nothing character mostly. Yeah. She does her best with it. Yeah. You know, this was a couple years before Miss Congeniality and stuff, where she really got to kind of take the wheel. And she's so good in Speed. Like
in the first she's so great. She's great in Speed.
Yeah, nobody needs to watch this. I guess there was some nostalgia, but I hadn't seen this in 25, 30 years.
Oh shit!
And if I live another 25 or 30 years, I don't know that I'll watch it again.
Nah, not until we're remastering episodes.
We're going to go back and put a do back in this episode. What are your final thoughts? You got anything else?
Nah, man, that's it, man. This was ass. You know,
this was ass. Yeah. Perfect way to end on. Are you ready to take it? Oh shit!
That wasn't it.
You better keep that in.
To the max.
Thank you.
There we go.
All right, The Lesbian Homie, the Tubi original, season 5 coming soon. Get at us, Big Ja. We want to have you on the podcast.
Seriously, we need Big Ja on the podcast.
So we only get a 1-minute recap out of the 24-minute runtime, which was nice because
that's an improvement.
Last week for the season premiere, we got like 5 minutes of recap, and it's crazy. Only like 23 minutes long as it is.
What is this, WWE? Is this Monday Night Raw?
Okay, so where'd we leave off?
We left off...
Bruce is not speaking to either of his lesbian homies.
Well, either of the lesbian homies aren't speaking to him.
Yeah, they're both ghosting him? Yeah. Okay, so here's how we open. Bruce is in bed. His sister Alicia, who has never been mentioned and is introduced with no preamble.
Boom. Hey, who the fuck is that?
Barges into his bedroom asking about a gumbo pot, I believe. Yeah, that he borrowed off Mom.
Off Daddy,
yeah. And then he says he doesn't have it, but eventually he goes, it's probably, in the third cabinet to the right underneath blah, blah, blah. And his sister goes, that's specific as fuck, which was kind of funny.
He also mentions Jerome and Vanessa, his other siblings, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I did get to that, I think. So there are other siblings, ? We're
going to meet them.
And then she's going on about his crazy situation.
Oh, yeah.
And one of her girls talked about how he was dating a stud. And she goes, I was going to slap the bitch for lying on you. But then it found... So at least she's... I
like that we're seeing how his family feels about this.
Yeah.
That's
and
cool.
She basically says if you got a scrap, I don't fight studs. You're going to have to talk to your brother.
Yeah, she said, don't call me or Vanessa. You better talk to Jerome about this shit.
Think you better call Jerome. Great song.
Tyrone.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I was paraphrasing.
Gotcha.
So there's a fake Drake song during the beginning
There's
titles.
definitely a fake Drake song.
I tried really hard. I like wrote down some lyric passages to try to Google to figure out who the fuck that was, and I could not find it. So the original lesbian homie,
chilling in bed,
is still Amber, her sister, who she stays with, is still gatekeeping her. Bruce comes to the door and tries to talk to her, and Amber's not having any of it. So
Bruce was an asshole.
Yeah. So he's like, you gonna tell E I was here? And she goes, what do you think? that was pretty good. Slams the door. So then we get E and Amber in the bedroom. Amber says E and Bruce are both bugaboos.
Yeah.
What's the recognized definition of that term?
The recognized definition of a bugaboo?
Yeah.
Goodness, that's a Destiny's Child term.
Right, I know the song.
Yeah.
I didn't know if...
Yeah, nah, man, I'm not from Houston.
Just both foul, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's that southern shit.
Amber does an impression of Bruce as Frankenstein that's kind of funny. It's just...
Yeah.
E at the time is rocking a different silk bonnet. And at that point, I realized that...
You noticed this different silk bonnet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's my question. Has E been bareheaded at any point this season? Like, is something going on with her hair?
No, she hasn't.
Yeah, there's something going on there, I think. And then Amber at that point just dropped some truth bombs on E.
Truth bombs.
About her being toxic.
Yes.
But I did write that it's time to man up and tell E that she's dating her boy Tay. Yep. Yeah. So Amber's been dating E's boy Tay on the low for quite a while. Yeah. E smells that Amber's got a man in her life. She goes, is it Anquan at your job? And she goes, ew. So then we cut to the lesbian homie 2.0, Reese. With her homegirl who's in every episode.
What's her name?
So it's funny. I wrote Natalia with a question mark, and then after that, I checked IMDb, and then I wrote, Nadia.
Nadia.
That's it.
That's it.
She's also ghosting Bruce, and I just, this is a point we come back to a lot, but Bruce really has that much riz.
Yo. I mean, shit. He was like... So, he out here knocking. I mean, he ran through the whole stud gang.
Yeah, he did.
The whole stud gang. So he got something.
So she goes, "You damn near got a hot pocket," referring to the fact that she hasn't utilized her vagina.
Dang.
Nadia hints because a plot thread that we dropped a long time ago that we haven't heard much of is Nadia is seeing Reese's brother on the low.
Yeah,
and she drops a hint about it. But those are some secret keeping.
Everybody's keeping
some secret keeping motherfuckers. Reese gets, I believe, a text, and she goes, "Is that Bruce?" And Reese says, "No, that's my new oo-wop."
Yeah,
that's another.
Hey man,
that's some more southern shit.
That's LA shit right there. An oo-wop.
Okay, so Bruce is walking out of a store next scene, and then he's confronted by Davion, who I thought was there to confront him, but it seems like it was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Davion is the man of God. I can't even think of her name. The girl
that Reese was seeing,
messing around. Yeah, Davion's girl was messing around with Reese on the side. We're gonna have to start drawing one of those one of those conspiracy theory diagrams with the Charlie connecting Day lines. Yeah, exactly. That's the exact meme I was referencing.
Cigarettes.
So it's a good way to have Davion be involved in the episode, and to his credit. For anybody that's not been following along, Davion caught Bruce around Reese and his girl, and assumed that Bruce was fucking his girl and duffed him out.
Yeah.
And to his credit, Davion's like, "Yo, man, it was a misunderstanding. I apologize."
He was a bigger man about this.
You know what? Good for you. But his boy Yolani is really charged up and
ready.
And comes up and he's like, "We got a problem here." He was ready to scrap.
We got a flex on this guy. Whoa, bro!
I want to see more of Yolani. He's kind of funny.
Yeah, Yolani's a good character.
Cut to Amber and Tay. Tay is rocking a sharp velvet wave cap. He's looking good. She's hawking Tay about them dating. I didn't realize the situation was that Tay said he wanted to be the one to tell E that they were dating.
Oh.
And she was like, "You better tell him soon or I'm gonna." So it's Tay that needs to man up. So then we cut to E and Tay getting up, hanging out. E thinks that Tay is avoiding her, which she's right, but not for the reasons she thinks. Right. I wrote that Tay says that Bruce ran through all the stud buds in the stable, plus you. And then Tay drops some truth bombs. And my favorite part of the episode is she says she's hungry. Did you catch? He goes, she's going to the fridge. He goes, you can have the half Capri Sun in there that I was going to drink for dinner. That was funny. And then he goes, there's a jug of water with lemon heads floating in it. That's my lemonade. That was funny, man. And then, like, is Tay okay? Like, he said Bruce makes mad money.
Yeah,
like, your boy sounds like your boy's struggling. Help him out a little bit. God damn. And then there's she comes out with a bottle of wine, and she goes, "Oh, this is Amber's favorite." Dun, dun, dun.
There we go.
And so E says, "Call up and get some lemon pepper wings to pair it with." Dude, lemon pepper wet's fire.
Lemon pepper.
I like
lemon pepper wet.
I like lemon pepper wet.
Okay.
Are you more of a dry guy?
I'm more of a dry guy.
All right. So
I had some lemon pepper wet not too long ago. It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, the ones from in a pinch, the ones from Buffalo Wild Wings are pretty good.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
Okay.
So Reese is drinking the same wine, which I saw on the label. I believe is port, which I think is kind of weird.
Taylor Port.
I don't think people are just drinking port, are they? That's like
Taylor Port is Port's disgusting. It's not. I mean, you get fucked up because you're not supposed to drink it the way that they're drinking it.
Yeah, it's just like a little like sip after dinner or some shit. Okay.
Fucking red cups.
Okay, so and then we go to Bruce, who's like watching a little shit on his phone in bed before he goes to bed. And for I think the first time he's watching content that's not his own, which is a nice change of pace.
Stepping it up. They're showing that the universe is bigger.
And then we get a text noise. Cliffhanger.
Oh,
we don't know who
That's
texted
right.
Bruce.
That's right.
I mean, it's a nothing episode, but
yeah, we're led to believe that it's E, but it's probably like Reese.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're continuing on this journey.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my power rankings for episode 2? My character power rankings. Here we go. Number 1, Amber for forcing E to deal with some of her own bullshit.
Okay.
Number 2, Nadia for forcing Reese to deal with some of her own bullshit.
Okay.
Number 3, Tay for keeping it real and because he has some of the best lines this week. Number 4, Jaylani for being ready to hold his boy down at a moment's notice.
Okay.
Number 5, Jason, not in the episode, but he's still, he's still the man. Yes. Love Jason.
Jason makes it. Wow. So the first 3, they all have secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 3 people have clear secrets.
This is a much less deep show than we're leading you to believe. I assure you.
Nah. There's like not a serious bone in this show's body.
You want to take a quick break, or you want to rock right with our second feature here?
I mean, we could take a break, or we could just continue to take things
to the max. Okay. 13th Floor.
13th Floor.
1999. Yes. I saw this in the movie theater.
I did not.
I saw 99 was the peak of my movie going. I think I saw probably the majority of the wide releases that came out that year. I fucking stayed in the movies in 1999. But I mean, this was one I was particularly excited about because I love this kind of shit. I'm in the bag for this kind of movie.
Yeah, so am I. I'm big on these type of. It's very thought provoking. It makes you question your own existence, basically. Joseph Rusnak.
It's a great poster. It's a guy in a car like where the horizon is kind of turning into like digital lines.
Yeah.
The tagline is "Question reality," and in the bottom of that it says "You can go there even though it doesn't exist." That's a dope tagline.
That really is.
It made $18.5 million off $16 million. It was just released at a really bad time.
Sounds like a profit to me.
Yeah, it got gobbled up by Matthew Broderick, Godzilla, and all the other shit that was going on at that time.
Come with me,
dude. We don't. Yeah. See, that song sucked anyway. And now there's like a number of other reasons to hate P.
Hit my cries, hit my calls, lend me your ears.
But oh man, that soundtrack, the Wallflowers covering David Bowie. No.
It's not it.
Okay.
It wasn't it.
13th Floor is starring Craig Bierko, who's been in a bunch of movies, but never really starred in much else.
No.
Gretchen Mol, who, much like Shannon Sossaman, who we talked about last episode, who was like gonna be a big deal and then just wasn't. She was in Boardwalk Empire. That's really the only high profile thing I remember her being in really recently. Vincent D'Onofrio, Private Pile himself, my man Serrano, Dennis Haysbert, and Armin Mueller-Stahl, the great German character actor.
Oh yeah.
Good cast.
Alison Lohman pops up in this.
What? Oh. Oh yeah, because she's the from Matchstick
Man. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I love Matchstick.
So we get this brought to you by Centropolis, which is Roland Emmerich's production company. You would think if he cared more about this, he'd have made sure it didn't open against his big tentpole movie that summer. But I digress. We get the famous Descartes quote. I think therefore I am. So I wrote, I'm in the bag for this already. There's old timey trumpet music. There's like washed out color. There's like a cool old timey font. I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go.
Yeah, and we start with the line, "Ignorance is bliss,"
which I might agree with.
Which is,
Armin Mueller-Stahl is the first character we meet.
Hanlon Fuller,
or I think it's Hannon. He writes a letter, then he leaves his sleeping lady and goes to a club. A fun, kind of juke joiny, like, World War II era club.
Yeah, it's at the Wilshire Hotel.
He bleached Vincent D'Onofrio wearing a silly bleach blonde wig as the bartender. Fuller leaves him this note and says he needs to give it to Douglas Hall.
Well, this is all after Fuller apparently got done wrecking some young girl. And
one thing we learn about Fuller in this film is that he loves pussy.
Yes,
like that's he's like a really smart computer guy, and he loves pussy.
And apparently, no one knows this. Because they're all shocked.
He said, "If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I'm a really smart computer guy. If there's two things you should know about me, it's that I love pussy."
Yes.
So then we get trippy effects. We're back in the present. He goes to like a really shitty bar, like with a guy that looks like something out of one of those weird clubs in 8mm behind the bar. He orders a martini. The guy goes, "We're out of olives. You want some pretzels?" And I said, "Man, that might be my kind of place."
My man gives him some gin straight up.
So Armin Mueller-Stahl, Hannon Fuller goes outside, gets stabbed. The Pierce bartender guy kind of just watches it all go down and doesn't really seem to be fazed by it.
Yeah.
His pills fall, and then we get our first look at Craig Bierko
as Douglas Hall.
Yeah, and what kind of man, nobody really calls him Doug in this movie, do they?
No.
Yeah, he's another guy that was like maybe on the periphery of being something in the 90s. He was the
Craig
villain.
Bierko, really?
He was the villain in Long Kiss Goodnight. He was in the Larry David movie, Sour Grapes. He had a part in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I mean, we can talk about this now. Like, he's not that good, right? Like, is that the reason he never went further? He's kind of wooden, in my opinion.
Yeah, in this, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I really feel like he's doing his best, though.
And really, most famously, and I'll be honest with you, I just learned this on Wikipedia. My man dated Charlize Theron for 2 years in the 90s.
Sheesh.
Like maybe one of the hottest women on planet Earth at that time.
Goodness.
Look,
was fresh from South Africa, Charlize.
Yeah, you might be working at Trader Joe's now, Craig, but nobody can take that away from you, my guy. Good for you.
Trader Joe's. Shit.
Where do you think Craig Bierko is right now, as we speak?
Under the boardwalk.
Yeah, I was gonna say like just like at a Super 8 somewhere, just taking a shit or something.
Just taking a shit. Okay, that's so specific.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I picture. That's what I picture Craig Bierko doing at this exact moment.
No bidet, no wipes. That's it. 2-ply.
He's in a very nice apartment, but there's bloody clothes in his trash can.
Yeah, and he's like, "The fuck did I get into last night?"
He goes downtown. Dennis Haysbert is playing a detective complete with a fedora and a shitty late 90s goatee.
Detective Larry McBain.
Yeah, and he's basically playing the William Hurt character in Dark City.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically the same thing. At that point I had the thought that like it's kind of funny that it's kind of like when Arnold Schwarzenegger would play like Joe Smith or something. It's kind of funny that a dude that's so like thoroughly German is named Hannon Fuller. Yeah, his name should have been like, I don't want to say Adolf Fuller. What's another German name?
I mean, that seems to be the go-to.
Yeah, right. Hans Fuller. There you go.
There we go.
So,
why'd you say Hans?
I don't know.
No, I went straight Inglourious Bastards.
Oh,
I was like, who else do I?
I was just trying to think of German names, honestly.
Heinrich.
Gretchen Mol walks in, and Gretchen Mol was hot in like a nondescript white girl way once again.
Jane Fuller.
Yeah,
she's claiming to be the daughter of Hannon Fuller.
She's the love interest in Rounders, a movie that I love a lot. That's a great fucking movie. Although she's not that good in it, but she's not in it a lot, so it's fine.
Well, what is she good in?
Not this.
There we go.
She's really just a pretty girl. She's kind of a blank slate.
That's why the chemistry between her and Bierko was so plastic. You know? There we go.
Immediately, Dennis Haysbert makes a creepy comment about her. He goes, "This job has a whole lot of perks."
Oh yeah.
And piggybacking off him being very German, I wrote that his daughter seems very American. Yeah,
right? Like no, not the slightest hint of an accent or anything.
I like Armin Mueller-Stahl, and I'm glad he got cast in this. I'm glad he got some work, but I don't know that he was the right choice for this specific role. Like, there's nothing. If there was something in this movie that required him to be a guy from another country, it'd be one thing. But it's just, it kind of...
he could have been American.
Yeah, it's kind of distracting.
Yeah, they could have got Chris Isaac.
No. That's a callback. Thank you. So we're in the server room now so I guess backing it up a little bit, the business that Fuller and Hall were in, I guess, is virtual reality. They made like...
They never really get specific.
No, like what the intention with this was, like why this is going to be a thing. Like I just put this together right now. That's something I say a lot, but it seems like the most marketable use for this is like for some sex shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is, to me, what they made is Westworld. That's what it is.
Yeah, totally.
Westworld.
So hacker Vincent D'Onofrio, it's the bartender's real life counterpoint.
Jason Whitney.
Yeah, they call him Whit, and he's got another shitty wig. It's like greasy shoulder length blonde hair.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, don't touch me, leave me alone."
Yeah, he's clearly like the female version of what this character is. That is what, like, who's the female Vincent D'Onofrio? That's who should have played Angela in the Net.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh shit! I just put that once again. I just put that together.
Boom, third eye,
wide open. So we follow our femme fatale. What's her name? Jane Fuller, right?
Jane Fuller.
We follow her to her hotel while Detective McCain talks to Greasy D'Onofrio.
McBain.
McBain?
Yeah.
Sorry. Respect to McBain.
He's a detective.
Haysbert's a perv because he straight out says they fuck about the virtual reality people.
He's not fucking around.
So Jane tells Douglas at the hotel that Hannon wanted to shut the company down. He finds out that he named her chairman of the board or whatever, like not long before he died. So I was like, is this going to turn into a Succession style power struggle? And then we cut to McBain with Douglas in, I believe it was Fuller's office, playing like an old-timey baseball-themed pinball game while they chat.
Yeah, because now he found out that Douglas is getting control of the company.
Yeah, and he lays out, McBain proceeds to lay out some pretty compelling circumstantial evidence against him.
Yeah.
And we do find out later that the baseball game was intended to be a metaphor for something, so it wasn't just some random bit of business that they added in. Hall goes home, finds there's a note for him in the system. Guess he's got to jack in and maybe jack
plug into the maybe what?
Maybe you know what I was going to say. You know where I was going with that. So we're going in. He goes into the room. It's complete with a fun laser light show.
Yeah, I dug it.
So the way that it works is, I guess everybody that worked on the thing has a doppelganger in the system that they get to plug into.
Yeah.
His has a sweet narrow porn mustache.
Yeah.
So he's this guy, I forget his name. When he goes into the system, he's this like normal dude bank teller.
Ferguson. John Ferguson.
John Ferguson, the bank teller, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm at a bank." He's like, "I need a break," and then he goes into the bathroom and splashes some cold water on his face, which I'm still not convinced is something anybody actually does outside of movies.
Nah, I've never done it a day in my life.
So he gets in. He leaves I guess his shift at the bank is over.
Yeah, even though his boss was like, "Hey, take a lunch," and he was like, "Okay,"
and he's like, "I'm going to go to Pasadena, which is a long cab ride away from the heart of Los Angeles."
I'm out of here.
He pulls up to an antique store, which I don't know how he knew where that was at. Is that the address of Fuller's in the real world, or
because before he jacked in, he had a list of everybody that Fuller interacted with inside of the Matrix.
Oh, I must have missed that.
Yeah.
So, and then he leaves there and goes back to the Wilshire, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, and then he goes to talk to this like showgirl at the Wilshire. How did he get her name?
Bridget, because she's one of the names of the people.
Yeah, I was a little lost here. So. At that point, I wondered why Fuller didn't get a character, but that does get explained. My next note was Fuller was smashing in the simulation.
Oh yeah, so you're getting hella buns.
So before he goes in, he gets cautioned that you can't spend too much time in there. You're gonna get all fucked up.
2 hour time limit.
Yeah, Whit says an hour. He insists on 2 hours. So he's talking to the bartender, the simulation version of Whit, and being like, "Do you have this letter?" And he says, "No."
Nah, I never saw it. Don't know what you're talking about.
And
I'll hook you up with some bitches, though.
Oh, yeah. He definitely did say that. So his time's up, and apparently you get a little dope sick when you get out of the simulation. Also, I wrote simulation D'Onofrio is lying. Weird.
Yeah.
Hall is back, but it looks like his personas got mixed up toward the end. So I think that, he was in. I believe that Ferguson and him kind of like were kind of coexisting at a moment. I don't know. Maybe I read too much into that.
Some of the person you download yourself into, some of their characteristics tend to rub off on you because he ends up smoking cigarettes later on, and that's a John Ferguson thing.
John Ferguson. The tweaker-looking bartender comes to visit Douglas. He says his name is Tom Jones, like the singer, which I assume is an alias, but we find out later it's 100% his name.
Yeah, I wrote something on here.
Well, I wrote he's smoking inside, different time.
Word. Fuller's bartender in 99 comes by requesting to speak with Hall but about the night Fuller died. And it's not unusual that he's coming for some
yeah,
that's what I did.
You had to get that one off.
I did that.
Fuller Jones tries to extort him and assault him, but apparently Douglas can throw down because he kind of fucks him up.
What, nigga?
Then he's having a nice fancy dinner with Jane.
I'm dropping the slurs this episode.
Yeah, time code that. He tells her he blacked out the night of the murder. She goes, "Walk away from this before you get hurt too." And he's the prime suspect in a murder. Like, I don't think that he can afford to just cut and run.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's got some skin in the game at this point. And then they decide they're gonna dance, which seems weird, like coming like directly off the death of her father and his homeboy.
Yeah, and she's flirting incessantly while he just forgets that he's a murder suspect.
Yeah,
forgets.
Like you said, I would say this romance that develops between them throughout the movie comes off as underdeveloped, shall we say, and also considering where the plot goes, pretty fucking weird.
Yes, very weird.
So he's in bed after that, and McBain rolls in with a straight-up SWAT team to pick him up for the murder.
They're like, we got evidence that you killed Fuller.
Yeah, and then, so the next scene, he's uncuffed, just sitting at the desk with McBain talking, and I thought, like, you know, if you feel like you have this dude dead to rights on a murder, like, you'd have taken some more precautions and not just had him...
He's just chilling right
Also,
there.
he probably should have called a lawyer, but, So
he's showing him pictures of dead Tom Jones.
Yeah, Tom Jones got killed. R.I.P. Tom Jones.
Yeah.
McBain says somebody should have reached out and touched him first. He gets sprung because Jane covered for him and was like he couldn't have killed Tom Jones because we were together that night.
Yeah.
So then he realizes he's got to go back in the simulation and find this note because he's in a lot of trouble here. If not, we get a weird close-up of him taking off his shoes before he jacks back in because you can't track mud in the simulation, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not.
But, dun-dun-dun, he did not engage the timer.
Nope. Diving in raw dog.
Yeah, and when he comes back, John Ferguson happens to be in the middle of a dance contest doing the Lindy Hop. Did you catch his contestant number?
No.
67!
He straight up abandons his partner.
Yeah, yeah.
This. He's like,
she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, John, where are you going? They're going to disqualify us.
So he goes to talk to Gerson, which is Fuller's in the simulation person. Gerson says that my wife thinks I have some kind of secret love life, and I hate to tell you, but you do, my guy.
It's such a secret you don't even know.
And also he says he's having fantasies, and Hall goes, in these fantasies you're having sex with young girls. None of your business, my guy. Right, yeah. This is getting a little too personal.
Like, bruh, fuck you ask me?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I plead the fifth.
You know, like...
Yeah. This fucking rando's like, right. Are you into young girls? Yeah, fuck you. So he decides to take fake Fuller to the Wilshire. Then things start coming back to him. He remembers he gave the bartender the note.
He sees bitches throwing themselves at him and shit. He's like, whoa.
Yeah, he realizes that he's quite the player over at the Wilshire. What if they just started pulling out some, like, today slang?
That would be hilarious.
Mr. Fuller, what's up, daddy?
Yeah. Offering him some top. Like, what? Like,
would you like some... Can I interest you in some top? Oh, no. No. So they end up in the basement. The bartender pulls the blicky on Hall. Turns out he read the letter.
And understandably freaks out.
No, sure.
Yeah, he's like, the fuck is going on?
And he tried to drive to Tucson. He tried to drive to Tucson to see the end of the world. Because he realized he's a simulation, which was very dark city. Yeah. It's something very similar.
That shit fucked him up.
He doesn't know what's real. That's an interesting question. He shoots Hall a couple times. He's clearly crashing out.
Oh yeah, he's going delirious.
The fight makes its way into a pool room with some cool old timey architecture. Fuller really, like, that was an error in judgment. Like, he probably should have left that letter with a less sleazy simulation.
Absolutely.
He's like, wait, so who can I trust this with? Oh, the pimp that works at the Wilshire. That's the guy I'm going to trust.
The one that hooks me up with underage girls.
Yeah.
He makes sense. You can trust him.
And look, I think we know bartender D'Onofrio was into some other shit too. He offered Fuller some blow. He's one of those guys. Whatever you need, he's going to get it for you.
He's the hookup like Big Papa Pump.
Holler if you hear him. So that'd be another funny, like, modern slang. Yeah. But, like, what if in the middle he's like, holler if you hear me, Hall. So they fight and the letter goes in the pool, gets wet. Real Wit pulls him back. Hall says he's shutting it down. Probably a good idea. McBain is waiting for Hall when he gets home, telling him Fuller doesn't have a daughter. Dun, dun, dun.
Never had one.
And she skipped town.
Yeah.
And, that makes her distinct Americanness at least make a little bit more sense, I suppose. Hall pays off the limo driver to figure out where she went when she leaves the hotel. She's working at a grocery store, and her name is actually Natasha. And she's kind of wearing, like, some trashy late 90s makeup that's kind of doing it for me, like the smoky eyes and stuff.
Yeah, Natasha Molinaro.
Okay, so she's working the register at this grocery store. He figures he wants to have a chat with her, so he grabs a couple of things to purchase. He buys... Did you catch this?
I didn't catch this.
He buys a 2-liter of Pepsi and a giant container of, like, canola oil.
What's he doing with that? Like
get a pack of gum or something. What the fuck?
I'd be questioning, like, the fuck are you doing with this,
Like,
man?
are you going to mix these? Is that some weird cocktail I don't know about?
Man.
So she checks out his canola oil and Pepsi.
That sounds like Brendan's YouTube channel.
And she goes, paper or plastic? Different time, right?
Yeah, man. You may as well have said silver or gold. Shit.
And so they have a chat. She is Natasha. He doesn't get much else out of her. He goes to the parking lot and throws the bag of shit right in the trash. Yeah. Like, at least take the Pepsi to the face in the parking lot. Why not? Man, you bought it. So he gets in his car. He reaches the end of the simulation. So there's our big plot twist. Mm-hmm. We are like a Russian nesting doll in a simulation that built its own simulation.
Which is crazy.
It's a great plot twist.
It really is.
Like, I was like, this movie is whatever. And this drew me back in.
Yeah, because when he finds out what's in the letter and he's thinking about it in terms of the 1937 simulation, he's like, why would Fuller tell me that this is like this? I helped him build this.
Yeah, I was this was the point where up to this point, I was like, yeah, this movie's not that good.
Yeah.
I must be misremembering it. And
That
I was like,
part.
oh, okay, I'm back on board. Yeah,
is.
for sure. So McBain rolls into the grocery store following him, buys 2 packs of Cools because he's a bad motherfucker. I wrote
2 packs of Cools.
I wrote that's a much cooler purchase than a Pepsi and some canola oil. And different time. Did you catch the total? $7 and some change
for 2 packs of Cools.
Yeah, man.
Shit, that's like $21 now.
Yeah.
Damn.
So Jane is back. She wants to meet Hall in Fuller's office.
Oh yeah, she calls him. And
Yeah.
she's like, "Where are you at?" Let's just say I'm at the end of the world.
So, and this is where this gets a little matrixy. They kind of he puts together that Jane is from the higher simulation.
Yeah.
Obviously, he finds out that he did actually kill Fuller while he was possessed by her husband, who looks like him.
Says there's thousands of simulations out there.
Yeah, she said he downloaded into you. Pause.
Wait.
Now here's an existential question. She fucked him in the simulation. Is that cheating on her husband?
Yeah.
Yeah? Even though he looks like him?
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely cheating on her husband.
Okay.
Because he's a different dude than her husband.
Okay, so second question then.
Okay.
What kind of trauma did this woman go through in her life that she fell in love straight out with a computer simulation?
Yeah.
Because that's fucking weird.
Yeah, this dude's a scumbag. Like, this dude is the worst of the worst.
Yeah. But she's ready to like throw it all away and be with this fake person.
Yeah.
So she's weird too.
But Doug's not like really with it at first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then he had a great piece of dialogue.
Go ahead.
None of this is real. You pull the plug and I disappear. And nothing I ever say, nothing I ever do will ever matter. Why don't you find my user? I'm sure he's a much better catch. Like, so good.
Yeah, and like
Craig Bierko was like, he wanted a Golden Globe. He wanted one. And he said, this is my shot.
he thought this was going to be it for him.
Oh,
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. He said, yo, man, I'm about to be bigger than Will Smith.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, this is going to be the next thing. And then the Matrix came along a couple months before, and that was that.
Keanu.
Greasy D'Onofrio, who has expressed a desire to jack into the system for a while, is finally going in.
Yeah.
He becomes the bartender and immediately gets pulled over with John Ferguson in the trunk. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that escalates quickly. We go back to our reality that's actually fake. Hall smashed again, which is weird because now he I don't know. Like that'll really twist your head, I think, if you go too far down that rabbit hole.
He's busting all types of digital nuts in her.
She calls the cops, and I was like, damn, what a sneaky bitch. But it actually
what a sneaky
bitch.
actually
turns out that it's for a more noble cause.
Yeah.
The bartender, who I should say is Ashton.
Right.
When D'Onofrio gets back, it's Ashton, not Whit.
Yeah, Ashton. Whit dying as Ashton in the simulation brings Ashton into Whit's body.
Yeah, they switch places.
Yeah, into the second simulation.
Oh, did he die in the simulation? That's how it happened?
What
happened? He gets shot by the cop?
By the car.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. See, this is why I'm trying to find this line where I take the right amount of notes and I don't miss things, but I still enjoy the movie.
Hey, I'm here for those details.
Look, it's a work in progress. So yeah, he's Ashton the bartender, and at that point, you realize that the pinball game was a metaphor. The people in our main story are the pinball baseball players and whatever. So at least there was something there. At least it wasn't just a random thing.
Yeah.
Ashton is very excited about all these developments, and he talks about the servers as if he wants to fuck them.
Yeah.
It's a little strange. Hall shoots him. So Ashton had a gun that he puts down, which is a real error in judgment, and so Hall shoots him. That's it for Ashton. Bye Ashton.
Because David, that's the husband in the real world.
Oh, that's right. He
downloads himself in the Doug.
He becomes, and to Craig Bierko's credit, while I don't think like he's like the most dynamic actor ever, he does a good job like turning himself more sleazy and oily when he becomes his user.
Yeah. Even when he becomes John Ferguson, he becomes like this schlub from 37.
Yeah. So we're back with Jane, and he's trying to get a little more buns. But it's Crazy David.
Why is everybody so horny here?
It is a very horny movie.
This one and the Net, like they're both. Like,
yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, that's true. I didn't anticipate that when I chose these. She goes, "When did you download into him?" Pause.
Hey.
He says she's sick for falling in love with a simulation, and honestly, he kind of has a point.
Yeah.
But so I went from being like, oh shit, maybe David has a point, to then he starts to get rapey. So fuck
Then he was
David.
like, hey, let's commit some assault.
Yeah. So fuck David. We figure out that she called the cops because she figured David was going to show up at some point. So that's about that, right? The postscript is that Douglas finally made it into the real world.
Yes.
And I'll be honest with you, that kind of reeks of a studio note. Like, I wonder if they screen this movie and they're like, yeah, we're going to need a happy ending here. So we're back in the real world.
2024.
Yeah, and Douglas, he's like, because he gets shot in the simulation, right?
David gets shot in the simulation.
Yeah.
And that brings
as a
Doug
consequence of that, Doug gets to be David.
Yeah. Which is, I don't know how that works.
No, and I don't think you need to.
Yeah.
Best not to think too deeply.
Yeah.
But we find out that in the real world, it's 2024, the year off of the fucking, way off in the distant future year, 2024. Fucking kill me.
It looks like fucking Waterworld.
Yeah. I wrote, the world definitely didn't look like this in 2024. Where are my flying cars? God damn it!
Right? I feel so cheated.
What the fuck?
I just wanted a fucking hoverboard. That was it.
So they're together. They're gonna live happily ever after. And she finally calls him Doug right before the movie ends. Yeah, instead of he's Douglas the whole way. And
Doug.
And to me, like, I don't know, if you're a grown man who insisted on being called Douglas, that's weird. But that's just me. I feel
Dougie,
well,
D.
D.
You gotta call me something. You can't call me Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas is a douchebag name.
It's a douchebag.
But maybe it's
like
fitting.
Devlin.
His first name was Jack. To be fair.
Yeah.
So that's 13th Floor. I did not see a caterer in the credits for the Net. I did not find that, but
we got catering here.
Yeah, Decaturers, D''Caterers.
Decaturers.
Yeah, I believe Decaturers plays in the NBA for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Decaturers Johnson.
There we go.
He's a pretty good two guard, I think.
Hey, man, he backs up Anthony.
So I tried to. They have an Instagram page that hasn't been updated in a long time. It says they've been servicing Hollywood for many years. It links you to a web page that gives you a 404 error.
Okay.
So
damn.
If Decaturers is still around, they're not maintaining a very big online presence.
There may be a COVID casualty.
It could. That's what I thought. Yeah, not many people needed snacks on movie sets in 2020.
Nah.
So,
how could you eat them through the masks? It's like.
So, final thoughts on 1999's The 13th Floor.
I like The 13th Floor.
Yeah.
It's not great.
No, it's not great. It's not Dark City or The Matrix, which are the two obvious comps from the same time.
Yeah. But interesting concepts. That simulation in the simulation was a great twist.
Yeah.
I fuck with it. And Bierko, man, give him the Razzie.
It's the Razzie? Damn.
Nah, not the Razzie.
It's a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. I would call it a light recommend. If you're really in the bag for this kind of shit like I am, it's definitely worth watching.
Definitely.
I mean, it's none of the rest of the movie lives up to that like 10 minutes where you get the big plot twist. That little chunk of the movie is like kind of brilliant.
Yeah, when he's standing there, and then it's the poster.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit! Like this is even the last like 30 or 40 minutes of that after it are like, this didn't quite like live up to the promise of what happened there. Yeah. But it's a good movie.
Yeah, that scene and D'Onofrio's recounting when he did it himself.
Yeah.
How horrified he was. Those two scenes, I think, are the standout scenes in the whole movie.
Yeah, and if you're nitpicking, like, they probably could have, like, explained the mythology of the movie a little better, because a lot of stuff you're just like, yeah, just, go with it. Yeah. It doesn't really make a lot of sense.
I wouldn't mind seeing, like, another of the simulations, though. Like, let's see what the other one is,
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have to clarify all of that, because I like being left with the idea of, like, how many simulations are there? Like, you don't have to spoon-feed me everything.
Yeah,
but, like,
I want to see another one.
But, like, some kind of explanation as to why he, like, include some line of dialogue, like, kind of half-assed explaining why he ended up in the real world at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like,
they're just...
Why was his simulation able to create another simulation?
Well, I don't know. I feel weird even saying this, because usually I'm very much like treat your viewers like grown-ups and, like, let them kind of make their own conclusions. But I think they could have explained everything a little better at different times, but it's worth watching. I'd call it a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. Hey,
I think I gave it a 7. I think that's what I ended.
I think it was a 3 out of 5 for me. So 6 out of 10.
Yeah. There we go.
So to recap, the Net is buns. You don't need to watch the Net, but 13th Floor is pretty cool. Give it a look.
Yeah, both very horny movies. It was the 90s.
It was. If you weren't there, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, it was horniness, uncertainty of technology, and AIDS.
And just get the fuck out of here, teenagers with your Nirvana shirts on. My culture is not your costume. Right? You were not there in the 90s.
Ooh, man, you're planting that flag, aren't you? All right, what are we doing in a couple weeks?
Nemesis. Hey. This is comes highly recommended from Daryl. What do you want to say about Nemesis?
It's fucking awesome. I think you all should watch Nemesis. I think if there's going to be an episode that you're jumping on down the Tubi bandwagon, it's this next one coming up.
All right, 1992 American cyberpunk action film directed by Albert Pyun, the legendary B-movie and DTV master.
Yeah.
Kickboxer 2, Doll Man, Cyborg, Alien from LA, Kickboxer 4, Brain Smasher, A Love Story, Nemesis 2, Nebula, Nemesis 3, Pray Harder, Nemesis 4, Death Angel. So, time will tell how many of these we actually cover, but we're definitely doing the first one. So
that's all heat, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
All heat.
All right. So that's going to be that. That's 1992. And then... one of the things I really like about this podcast is we can do theme weeks, or we can do just completely fucking random double features, and that's what this is going to be, because then
the Wild fucking West.
We're gonna jump to 1996's Fat Beach.
Yeah, man.
Directed by Doug Ellen of Entourage fame. The movie has been considered to be, quote, one of the greatest and perhaps only hip-hop beach movies of all time. That comes from, there was an article on Complex in 2016 called The Oral History of Fat Beach. So really? I think we need to both read that prior to the episode. The poster stars Jermaine Huggy Hopkins and Brian Hooks, as well as Coolio, who's second billed, who is in the movie for not much time.
That was just to sell tickets.
And the tagline. You ready for the tagline?
I'm ready for the tagline.
Ain't nothing but a G-string.
Woo! That's poetry right there.
Yeah, and technically made a profit. Cost $100,000 and made $1.3 million at the box office.
And that's how Entourage got made.
Who's on the soundtrack? Let's go through the soundtrack.
I would hope Coolio at least.
First track, E40.
E40 Fonzarelli.
We got Biz Marquee. We got
Egg Harbor Township's finest.
I'm sorry, what?
Biz Marquee.
Get the fuck out.
EHT.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Chub Rock.
Something Chub Rock.
Def Jeff.
Def Jeff's.
Yeah, those
are uncharted waters for me.
Yeah, here I'm gonna read off some ones that I don't know who the fuck they are. 8-Ball and MJG.
Oh, I know 8-Ball and MJG.
Rod King and Solo Loke.
Don't know them.
The Click. Young Kiaz and Spice One.
I know Spice One.
Del S. Anise. Wildlife Society. That's life with 2 F's.
I don't know that.
Latanya. L.A. Gans. And Moke and Steph.
I may know Moke and Steph. That sounds familiar.
We'll dive in. Yeah.
You don't know 8-Ball and MJG?
I don't think so.
Ooh, man.
Moke and Steph, I'm going to show you this picture, and then we'll stop going down this rabbit hole, but Moke and Steph kind of looks like a broke dick Destiny's Child.
I think I remember them. He's
also,
mine.
Also, I just realized that the name is 100% just a portmanteau of their three names.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's Monifa, Kenya, and Stephanie. Mocha and Steph.
I know Monifa because Monifa went solo.
Okay. All right. So that's just.
Do you really want to touch it? Do you really want? Yeah,
well, it sounds like we already have our ending song for next week.
There we go.
So that's a little preview of some of the bullshit you'll hear when we talk about Fat Beach.
Yes.
So any closing thoughts?
I wanted to say go Sixers.
Yeah. Go Sixers, straight to the golf course. Go Flyers, they won last night.
Yeah,
they're up 1-0.
There we go. After a 6-year drought, back in it.
Yeah, let's go. Up 1-0 on the Penguins. Fuck the Penguins.
There we go. Go and go Cougars.
Go Cougars.
There we go.
All right. Thanks for banging with us. lovemorecoffeecompany.com, 10% off.
DTT10.
We'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Peace.
Peace.